If you're in a situation where your communication with somebody else has broken down, I just want you to consider something for a moment. We as human beings are like radio receivers. We take information in and we put information out. That's really all there is. And so there's always two sides to this, right? So when you're having an issue with someone, maybe they get very angry with you, or maybe they've completely shut down and stonewall, or they're just not telling you anything anymore. There is a reason for that. Now, you can't control what they do, because they're always in their story, just as they can't control what you do. So in this, you can only play one side of the coin, if that makes sense. But the way that you play it can actually change everything. So let's just look at this right now. When you take information in, or the result of something that happens outside of you, you immediately apply your beliefs to it. Your stories, your past, the information that's coming in, you're going to feel a certain way about it depending on what you believe to be true. Now, based on that, you're going to feel a certain way, which is going to create a reaction, right, in you. And then based on that reaction, you are now going to take an action and put it outside of you. Sorry, a wasp just came up to my face. So the way that you react, the way that you respond is going to have a direct effect on what you put out, and the other person is going to receive what you put out in a certain way, and they're going to have their belief about that, and now they're in their story. So if the way that you are behaving towards someone is volatile or aloof or pulling away, depending on what their background is, they're going to take and receive that and process that in a certain way, which isn't necessarily you. You see, you're reacting from your story. You put the information out. They're now taking that information, applying it to their story, and they're reacting too. It's like a game of tennis. I've talked about this before and shown it on a diagram. You just got to imagine like a game of tennis or ping pong. What you put out, the other person receives. They then hit it back to you. You then hit it back to them. And if you keep getting the wrong meaning, if you don't take control of what's actually happening and look at your thoughts, it's just going to keep escalating and escalating and escalating until somebody finally shuts down or gets really angry and rage. So when you have someone say to you, it's really hard for me to talk to you because of the way that you react. If you then get mad at them, what is that showing them? It's exactly the reason why they don't explain anything to you, because of your reactions. And that's really hard to take sometimes, because you're like, well, I'm only reacting because I'm upset. Well, you're upset because of the story in your head about what you think this thing means or what this person means. It's not necessarily what they are intending. So when this keeps happening, and it does, we're all human, it happens in all of our relationships, it's perfectly normal, but the way to control this is you have to look at yourself. If somebody is coming to you and saying, it's really hard for me to talk to you, what they're saying is you don't make it safe for them to share how they're feeling, because you are so involved in your own feelings. You are just listening to your own story in your head. You're not actually hearing what they are saying. And you know what? You know yourself. It takes balls to really share with someone what you're feeling, because it's your internal world. So you do both of these things. You know that it's hard for you to talk about stuff because you're scared about what someone's going to think of you, or what you might lose, whether it's your reputation, whether it's love or a friendship or something like that. You're scared to ever say what you really want and what you think to someone because you're afraid of the outcome. So in order for you to share, you have to know that it's safe to share. And what does safe look like? It means that someone just hears you without responding or reacting. Because when you react and respond, this person who has opened up and tried to be vulnerable with you is so focused on that, on getting the information out, that now they're having to deal with your reaction, which they don't want to deal with your reaction in the first place. That's what they're trying to share with you. But when you do it on top of the time, right when you are being vulnerable, then it's overbearing and it's overwhelming and they can't cope. And you've been on both sides of this coin. You know you have. So again, you can't control both sides. You can't control the other person. You can only control you. So when someone approaches you and says, hey, I need to talk to you, but I'm scared of your reaction, instead of getting mad and going, what do you mean my reaction? Because that's your reaction that they're scared of. You just take a deep breath and you hear the feedback and you say, got it. Well, I do find it hard not to react because this is a sensitive subject for me, but I'm going to do my best to listen. And all you're going to do is just wrap yourself in an imaginary bubble and imagine that they're just talking to you. They're just sharing information. And whether it's about you or pertinent to you or not, doesn't matter. Just let them speak. And when they get it all out, take a deep breath and try and repeat back to them what you just heard, without your story on top of it, without your meaning on top of it. When you say, so this means that this, and you're mad at me about that, and oh, I guess it's all my fault. That's you. All that shit is you. Now stop it. Stop it. Because it's all about you. When someone is coming to you and giving you the gift of sharing what is so important to them inside, why do you think they're sharing that with you? It's because they care about your relationship. They're in a place where they're unhappy and they're trying to resolve it so they can continue that relationship. We don't bother giving feedback or criticism to people that we hate and don't care about. We just don't care. We just let them go. So really, really think about this. This is a big subject and it can be resolved really simply. And I teach a model that really helps people with this. So if you've got any questions or you want to comment, please just put them down below. And I'm happy to make more videos on this. Or you can just come and attend my workshop. Up to you. But just think about it. It's just about you. Clear your story. See if you can listen. Like, even imagine zipping your mouth shut in your mind while you promise to listen to someone, and I guarantee you're going to hear something that you've never heard before, because when you're calm and give someone the gift of being able to listen to them without reacting, without exploding, without storming off or ignoring them, which is all about you, not them, when you can do that, people will learn to trust you more, they will open up more, and you will have much better relationships. Have a great weekend.